Okay, so when you come over in the mornings, this is kind of the same as before. You just feed the small spoonful of wet food. We usually feed them these cans. There's two different kinds of cans. One's a bigger one. That's the one we feed to the black kitty, which I'm not going to have you do. Linda's going to do that when she comes over. So the only cans you're going to do are these smaller Fancy Feast ones. And there could be one open in the fridge, so check in the fridge first. And if not, just open up a new one. And I have lids over here on the side if you need to open up a new one and need a lid. And then after you feed them the wet food, you can let Sky and Mr. Kitty out. Sky might want back in because she usually just likes to go out and go potty. But if she doesn't, she might be scared just because she doesn't know you quite as well. Linda will bring her in when she comes over on Wednesday and Thursday. And then also after they're done eating the wet food, and I'll just kind of set like the wet food kind of around so the cats are separated a little bit. I usually put Sky over here to the side, and then sometimes Mr. Kitty and like Tabby. If you happen to see Luna, sometimes she'll come over to the table, but sometimes not all the cats want the wet food in the morning. So if some of them don't want it, don't worry about it. And after they're all done eating, if you could just scoop it all into one bowl. And then tomorrow when you come over for Tuesday, the day we leave, I'll already have the dry food outside for the black kitty. And if Dad could just bring it in at nighttime and just set it here. I have this, I'll top this off, but you can add more food in the mornings when you put it out in the mornings. And then if Dad could just bring it in at night. If you happen to go through all of that dry food, Linda's going to be using some of it too to top off some of the other bowls of dry food. So don't worry about doing the other bowls of dry food around the house. I have that on Linda's list to do when she comes over. But if you happen to need more, if that little container of food by the back door runs out, this bag here that's in the corner by the TV, there's like a little scooper in there. So you can just add more into that to top the outside food bowl off. And then don't worry about the water bowl. Linda's going to do that when she comes over. And then if you could, maybe just once a day in the evening, just scoop out just this litter box here by the back door. And then I have the garbage can right here that you can scoop it into. And then don't worry about the one in the bathroom. That one will be fine. And then when you come in, like in the late evening, like between 8 and 9, to kind of close everything up, bring in the cat food that's outside. If you want to give them each just like almost a full scoop of the crunchy treats right here, I'll show you where to put them. So I have 4 bowls here in kind of by the cat tree. So you could just put a scoop in each. Sky doesn't usually come over, but I just put one out for her just in case she wants that. And then as far as the fish go, Jason wants you to, here's the little feeding pipettes. If you could do 2 scoops when you come over in the morning, Linda's gonna do 2 of those full when she comes over, like around 1 to 2. So you'll just do it once a day. Linda will do it once a day. And then in the fridge here, Jason he put it all in this big one, all the food. So just kind of like stir it around a little bit and then fill the 2 pipettes full. And then when you feed them, you can just stick the pipette through this hole that's right here in the middle of the fish tank. Oh, and then after you feed them, if you could rinse, what I usually do is I just turn the water on and hold it under and squeeze it while I'm doing it to rinse it out. So there's not like shrimp and stuff in there, and then you can just put it back in the cup. Oh, also, the bowls for the food are just right here next to the toaster. And after they eat in the morning and you scrape any leftovers into one bowl, if you could just wash those bowls out really quick. You can use you can just use that that's in there with a little bit of soap and scrub them out. And I usually just, after I wash them, I just set them like that. I hang it over the edge just a little bit so they'll dry really good in there. But I think that's it.